Ocarina of Time 3D, part 71. And in this part, we're finally going to get the 100th Gold Skulltula.
I was waiting for your second finally. I don't know if you noticed it, but you always say finally, and then you re-stress finally again right after that.
I've watched The Rock too many times in my life. That's what it is. So
finally, The Rock has come back to Hyrule.
Yes! But anyway, that's basically all we're going to do in this video. We're going to get the 100 Skulltula and go turn it in for the prize we get, which we are probably going to rail on when we get it.
Oh, we are going to. And then we'll make our way to the Gerudo Training Ground in the Gerudo Valley to... we'll just get there at the end of this video, but one thing I've kind of talked about throughout this game was this is the first time I did the Skulltula quest.
Yes.
And so, like, I really do recommend it. Yeah, it's 100 Skulltulas, but there's, like, a lot of areas that you get to explore, and, like, the only reason you do explore those areas is because there's Skulltulas there. Like, this last part, the only reason we're going here is because of this Skulltula, so highly recommend it.
It is kind of cool.
Because I've like ran across so many parts in the game I actually never been to. Playing the game 6 or 7 times already.
Well, that's part of the fun of even.
You can talk now.
I was letting you get it out. That's part of the fun of doing any of these like 100% that we do though is when we first play a Zelda game or we play it multiple times. Like, you may not always get every secret, every side quest, every mission just because you don't know they're there.
I don't think I've ever done it. Maybe for Link Between Worlds. I think with Link Between Worlds, I don't think I got that 5th bottle because I deposited like 1,000 rupees. I was like, forget this. this fairy is getting no more money. So I don't think I've ever 100%ed a Zelda game.
It's
unless I'm looking at it like I never look at a guide the first time through.
No, absolutely
like
not.
Now we've talked about if I do get stuck, I do go online and like look for hints and stuff like that.
We have to. We don't have unlimited patience these days. I mean, if you've watched us play,
it has nothing to do with these days. It has to do with my personality. Period.
Good point. But it is cool, like you mentioned, getting to go to a new area because we've been to Zora's Fountain, which is where we're headed. But there's a side of it here that we've never really gone to, like the bottom right corner of it. And we're finally going to go check that out. And once we
went there actually to get the spell. We got a spell from the fairy.
One of the fairies.
From one of the magic fairies was back there. What spell did we get? I don't remember which one it was. It was the second one.
Pharaoh's Wind.
We got Din's Fire. It was Pharaoh's Wind.
Yeah.
Because the last one was
Nehru's
Love. That's out in the desert. So we were in this exact same location for that. But we kind of talked about this a couple times. Like it's so much of a pain getting up here, though.
It really is, and just traveling again from the market. God, I was gonna spit it out eventually.
Yeah.
From the market all the way out here, there's nowhere to warp to that gets you here, which is kind of frustrating. But
well, I mean, it was nice that they had warps, but like all the warps were by the dungeons.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have had some in some other spots, like Zora's Fountain, Zora's Domain.
Would have been a great spot.
Just some other spots that we went to a lot in the game that would kind of help us to get there a little bit quicker. I came up here so many times, and every time it took forever because you couldn't ride Epona through here either.
Nope.
Or I don't think you could. I never actually tried.
I think she stops before you can get up here.
Okay.
But even once you get like the magic bean that gives you a little bit of a shortcut through Zora's River.
Yeah, that does help out quite a bit.
It helps a little bit, so that's nice. But the reason we never got this Skulltula before, I don't think we've actually mentioned it, we needed the Silver Gauntlets to lift up that boulder that was on the outside.
And when I got to this point of game, like between the Spirit Temple and I knew I only had one more dungeon to go, like I would have never taken the time to come out here. Like I didn't even know this was actually out here until I read it. I was like, oh, that's where the last Skulltula is, and just it's really cool exploring a new area because I think I explored some new areas. I kind of talked about it. I think I explored a couple of new areas, but I wasn't sure.
Or at least got some new spots.
Yeah, this one I knew I had never been to.
Plus the view, we don't really take the time to admire it right there, and it's dark here.
Yeah.
But the view you get of Zora's Fountain with like the icebergs that are out there and everything else from that high ledge, I thought it looked, and I know you were.
Yeah, well I didn't practice. When I was practicing, I kind of stopped there for a second, took a look around. I recommend it for you too. If you're playing, just kind of sit there, look out over just the area. Especially in the 3D remake, there's just a little more detail farther than the background. So just highly recommend it. Pop you open a bear.
Oh, absolutely.
If you drink, or if you're of age, because me and Red both wait until we were 21 to drink.
Absolutely, and we endorse that. Almost said it with a straight face.
Good thing they can't see our faces back here.
Exactly.
I don't think we hit too well though after that.
No, I don't think that's any great secret though.
No, it's
pretty long time followers.
That knows us.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just excited. We got that 100 Skulltula finally. And it is kind of nice to go and see some of these places one last time. Like
That is true. That's a good point.
Because we're going to go back to the desert one last time to do the Gerudo Training Ground.
Yep.
That was going to be our last time seeing Zora's domain and the music in there and everything else. So
it's kind of like reminiscing right now. Like we're kind of reminiscing on the last parts before we take on the the final area, the final dungeon, the final boss.
I am looking forward to getting to Ganon's castle.
I am too. I really do like that place, and we have run out of stuff to say while we make our way to Skulltula House.
I mean, that's all we're doing now. We're heading back to and that's
to get our prize, which.
Like
we'll talk about when we get there. Kind of have a little discussion around the prize and just really, it's a letdown. We talk about it. It's a letdown.
Well, it's what we've always said. Once we run out of things to say, we start talking about what we're actually doing in the game.
That's when the 100% walkthrough part comes in.
Absolutely.
Then you want to go right here. Then you want to go left here.
Here's what we're doing right now. Yeah, so a little behind the scenes when we have nothing.
They need more trees out here in Hyrule Field. Like there's really a shortage of trees out here. Like look around. There's no trees hardly. There's like a tree like every 100, 200 yards.
All of them are just in the...
Why I mentioned that, I don't know, but now it's kind of bothering me a little bit.
All of them are just in the forest, and that is pretty much it.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Well, you think
that you would have trees in the forest.
If there were trees, we'd run into them with Epona.
Yeah, that's true, but not in the new game. Not in the new Zelda game coming out.
Oh my gosh.
They've guaranteed it.
You should see me running into things playing Twilight Princess.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I had the same issues. I run into everything with Epona. You would think the controls would get better, but they don't in that game.
No, I rarely use the acceleration.
And now back to Ocarina of Time.
Yes, sorry.
We're finally back here now.
Well, again, it's another area that we're kind of seeing for the last time before we go take
One thing I hated, you can't ride Epona in Kakariko Village. I wish you could have. I really enjoyed that. We got around just a little bit quicker. Death Mountain. It's like taking a horse up mountain trails. That should have been allowed, but
it should have been.
Anyways, here we go. You see the prize. You want to talk about it, Red?
No, because
I hate it.
No, I'm going to.
I'll hate it to you. No, you won't.
At this point in the game, there is no excuse for your prize to be 200 rupees.
Yeah, I think it's BS.
I mean, if you haven't done all the side quests, there might be a few things to spend money on, like some of the masks or things like that. But there is nothing that you're ever... our wallet's been full for a long time.
I think Nintendo was thinking, it's very late in the game, what can we get them? But, I thought of a couple of things. One, something not a mask, but something like the Fierce Deity mask.
Yes!
That just gave you, just a tremendous amount of power. A sword upgrade would have been great. I actually
agree.
Posted this thing on Twitter today, and I know one response was the ability to shut Navi up. Like a control button. Like a control button to shut Navi up.
Oh, we needed that about 70 parts ago.
One person said... something about Majora's Mask, and you'd have to reset time in Majora's Mask if you got all 100 Skulltulas in this game. That was a good
carryover.
It was actually some really good responses today to that Twitter question.
It's because
people didn't take it seriously. It was a bunch of sarcastic remarks.
Because I think a sword upgrade is a great idea.
I would love that.
Like I said, the Fierce Deity mask was a great prize to get for getting all 20.
Well, I'm just saying something that made you more powerful. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to necessarily be a mask.
Well, exactly. Agreed.
Something that made your attack greater, I guess. Or, a defensive tunic. While we're more offensive guys, even a defensive tunic would have been, because we actually don't have a defensive tunic in this game.
Or we could have treated it like
a dark green tunic.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be?
I think it looked pretty awesome. But they could have treated it like, when they added the color dungeon to Link's Awakening, where you got your pick, an offensive or a defensive tunic.
Agreed.
That way you could choose which one you wanted. I was all offensive.
And then they would have, people are going to be shocked on bringing this up, but they would make the same shade as the Green Power Ranger. And then we also would have got his dinosaur that came along with. Hey, man, the Green Power Ranger was the best one, dude.
He absolutely was.
My brother, my younger brother, he always, he got to watch TV because he was the youngest, so I had to watch that stupid show so much.
And now we're back at the Gerudo Training Ground.
Sorry. Actually, we're about to wrap this part up.
Yeah, now that we're back at the desert, this will wrap up part 71 of Ocarina of Time 3D.